This video is sponsored by Envato Elements. It is not unusual when clothing brands use the heavy metal aesthetic in their shirt designs. Even the famous rappers like Kanye and STREETWEAR have utilized it in their merch before. To this day, the aesthetic seems to be growing still. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the easiest and quickest way to create a heavy metal logo so that you can learn and do it yourself. Let's go. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dixon from Intuitive Designs. Just want to let you guys know the real way, I guess, to create these heavy metal logos is to actually hand draw them. But not everyone can do that. So in this tutorial, we will be using this font called Dark Dominion as the base, and then we will edit it. If you don't have the font, download links below. It is completely free. Also, the software we'll be using to create the logo today is Adobe Illustrator. So if you have both, then you're good to go. Alright, so starting off, the canvas size that we're going to work with today is A4. If you don't know where it is, just go to File, New Document, and under the Print tab, select A4. Just make sure the orientation is set to horizontal. Now, the size is actually a bit overkill. Typically, people go for something smaller, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just gonna keep it simple. First step I'm gonna use is the type tool. So hit T on your keyboard or just click on this icon here. Click on the canvas and then go to the characters panel and search for the font Dark Dominion if it's not on by default. And then bump the size to 200 points and you're good to go. Now for the name of the logo, I'm gonna go with Intuitive. So I'm just gonna start off with the letter I and move on from there. Next, we'll use the pen tool to create these edgy shapes at the ends of these letters. So what you're gonna do is just go to this point here, click on it, and then just hover the mouse to the left while holding on to the shift key. This will keep the line straight or exactly at 45-degree diagonally. But yeah, just go with 60 points. Doesn't really have to be exact. Click on it, and then I'm gonna create another point somewhere around here at 42 point, and then just finalize the shape. Then we'll do the same thing for the bottom end, but instead of going straight horizontally, we will angle it a little bit and give it more dynamic, kind of like this. After that, let's select the whole thing and then convert the font to object by hitting Command-Shift-O, because converting the font layer to object gives it more flexibility to edit. Next, I'll continue with the letter N, but I'll make it smaller. So instead of 200, I'm just gonna go with 150 because it'll look better if we make the text in between the first and last letter smaller, giving the logo a focal point because it's more pleasing to the eye. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll create this sharp triangle at the top right of the letter N. Click on it and then Command-C, then V to copy and paste it. Right click and then we'll rotate it 180 degrees for the bottom left corner of the letter. After that, we'll do the same process again. Select the whole thing, Command-Shift-O to turn it to object, and then you can play with its placement. It doesn't matter if it overlaps with the other text. Before we continue, I want to thank today's sponsor, Envato Elements. Envato Elements is hands down the best investment I've made since I've started using it a year ago. With over 50 million assets available at your disposal, you can easily browse through their vast resource library for premium assets. Whether it's fonts for your posters, stock photos for your shirt designs, or logo animation for your YouTube videos, Envato Elements has got you covered. My personal favorite feature is the 3D assets library, so just go to the search bar, select 3D, type in what you need, and you get endless collection of 3D assets. Envato Elements 3D models allow you to rotate and select the angle to best suit your design, and you can download it as PNG file. Another good thing about this is that they offer unlimited downloads where you can download all the assets you want with only one subscription. Click the link below to get 50% off on annual subscription, giving you full access for just $16.50 per month. Now back to the video. So that's the fundamental, guys. Basically just adding these sharp edges to these letters, or you can take it out too if you want, or you can combine them like what I'm doing right now if it looks good. But there's a learning curve to this thing, so the more you practice, obviously you get better at it. Right now I'm just doing it as I go, but one thing that will take it to the next level is to actually make it symmetrical, like this part right here, where I make the second letter T and I look like it's mirrored of the N and T. Even though it's not really symmetrical, you can kind of get away with it, you know, with just the illusion of it. Now for the last letter, I'll just copy the first letter, right click, and then reflect it horizontally and add a triangle to the middle, turning it into the letter E. And there we go. The base of the logo is now done. Next, let's select the entire thing and Command G to group them all, and then center it. And let's scale it up a bit to about here, and that looks good. Okay, so the next few steps will add some dynamic to the logo by altering the shape of it. Starting off, we're gonna go to Object, Envelope, Distort, and then Make with Warp. Under the Style drop-down menu, we're gonna select Bulge, and then set the bend to -15%. Obviously, you can add your own number to it if you like the bend to be more intense or less. It's completely up to you. For me though, -15 is perfect. Next, we'll select the logo and then just kind of compress it a bit like this. Lastly, we will use the free transform tool and then click on the perspective distort one here, and then we'll just kind of angle the base of the logo, making it wider. You can also play with the top, making it narrower, and there we go. It looks way better now compared to the one before. This technique is actually very useful if you want to create your own mail logo. It is simple enough that pretty much anybody can do it. That's it guys, hope this technique is easy for you guys to learn. If you want to see more tutorial like this, let me know in the comments below. I read them all. As always, follow me on all my socials if you want to see some more content. Subscribe now so you don't miss out, and see you in the next one.